Alright, so hello internet. Remember us? We do a thing. It's called Hoard of Dragon Queen. Um, there's a handful of you already in the chat, which is a wonderful thing. Um, so I did want to say that sorry for the delay on uploading the video to Twitch. That's because Twitch, in case you're unaware, just completely overhauled their entire video upload system with this new thing they call premieres. So you now need to premiere every video as a as an event. You can't just upload a video and have it hit your channel. It now has to be premiered, which means it needs to, like I said, generate a whole event, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So in doing so, that means you have to air the video live as well. So that's what I did for last week's episode. So I'm going to be doing that now, I guess, going forward, because it's the only way to upload videos. So before any given new episode is launched, it will air on Twitch right beforehand. They also only let you pick half-an-hour windows. So if you have a weird timed video, like let's say 2 hours and 45 minutes, you can't time them so they sync automatically, because you can only choose half-an-hour slots. It is, and it is very much apparent that it is. Let's capitalize on how pissed off everybody is at YouTube to allow better uploads. Let's jump on that, but let's also put out a product that is definitely not 100% tested. So anyway, that's my little Twitch rant I got out of the way. A couple of other things. Our giveaway for the Nerd Immersion spellbook and all that, and the Elderwood Academy stuff, that ended Friday. I've contacted the winners on Friday. Only one of them has gotten back to me. Hopefully the others get back to me so that they can get their prizes. And then tomorrow, I thought it was going to be the 24th. It's actually going to be tomorrow. We are starting a new giveaway with our friends at Polyhero Dice. If you've seen any of the wizard dice floating around on the internet, we have a giveaway. They sent me a whole bunch of sets of those to give away, so we're going to be doing a giveaway for that, because it coincides with the launch of their Rogue Dice set on Kickstarter, which launches tomorrow. So,
Can you give me some of those?
we are going to be doing a giveaway of some wizard dice in prep for their launch of the Rogue set. So that is pretty cool. They're super nice people, and they gave me stuff to give to you guys, so even better. And that'll run for the length of their Kickstarter campaign. More on that tomorrow. Lastly, again, thank you to Benzyme from last time. Critical Hit, Critical Miss cards have been unlocked for the month of January. So you guys have that in effect for tonight. And I actually I organized them a little bit better so I don't have to fumble around which ones. I actually wrote like Natural 1, Critical Hit DM, Critical Hit Players. So that's good as well. And that is, I think, announcements, unless anybody else has anything they want to throw out up front before we get started. Announcement-wise. More or less I'm looking at you, Light, because you're the only one who ever has announcements more often than not.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'll be posting my game. My friends DMing. I just play a monk and a paladin. Almost think of it as a movie. Sometimes we go back and forth through characters. It's pretty neat. And Sunday nights I DM, which it's been fun. And then hopefully sometime this week I will start role playing an ARC, which I have, but I will start hopefully streaming it sometime this week.
Now, not to derail the game a little bit further, but explain to me, someone who downloaded and played ARC when it was in beta, why is there this big return to ARC? What's going on, or am I just that far out of the loop?
You're far out of the loop.
Okay, well,
yeah. During the whole alpha beta, it sucked. It really did. Just I can't even pronounce that word. It was horrible. It was just lag city and everything. But now they have different maps. They have like, I think five different maps right now. One of them is still working on.
Hmm.
The one that we're playing on Ranrock is gorgeous, huge map. They have jungles. They have the ice. They have the desert. They have all mixture of things. And I think they complete it, or it's like 5 or 10% more that they need to complete it. And I was just on Aberration like 2 weeks ago, which is a beautiful, smaller map. But it's funny because each of them has something like all the maps do. Like I think Ragnarok and then Aberration, and then when you hit the end game on Aberration, it shows like another sneak peek to another map that they will have. So yeah, no, it's been fun. The dinos, trying to get them all, catch them all,
Oh yeah, as one does, right? I mean,
yeah. So like right now, there's real quick, there's 4 factions who I play on, and I am the jungle people slash swamp. So it's kind of, you got to think of Louisiana Mardi Gras voodoo style. That's what we're going for. And our wyvern, when we finally hatch it, is poison. So it's going to be very interesting.
All right. Well, some more insight into Arc, which is completely lost art on me, as I'm clearly well out of the loop. Because I was in like early beta, and I was like, oh, this is cool, dinosaurs, and that was about it. Which is pretty much all I need in life, is dinosaurs, and then I'm happy. But anyway, we're getting way off track. So, Benzyme, what did you say? Crits for all? Sure. Everybody gets a crit.
Yay.
Because Benzyme donated, but that means me too. Because he donated however much before 50 something, and he just didn't tell us why to hit the critical hit, critical miss donation threshold, which we did hit. I have also gone through to double check to make sure that there are no high level cards from Tomb of Annihilation, so you guys won't just get boned by high level cards in there. Like Sean's favorite card, hit yourself in the head so hard you permanently lose a point of your intelligence modifier. Things like that have been filtered back out of the deck. So, little bit of a recap for those of you guys who are new, just joining, or have been here for a while. So last time, in case you didn't catch the premiere that was just happening, the Belladonnas had really turned over a new leaf as far as the way they operate. And they were just on a mission to clear this castle. They brought their new friends, Snapjaw, and Snapjaw's shaman. They said, they didn't even get his name. They said, hey, we're going to free your people of the tyranny of bullywugs. And we're going to take them all out, and we're going to give you guys back your land. Get rid of those nasty-ass, smelly frog people. So they mounted an offense with the army at the break of day and assaulted this castle and said, all right, let's go, Snapjaw. No time for short rests in this castle, except for that one time. We're going through. And they systematically went room from room and were like, hey, cultists, you're dead. Cool, bullywugs, we're going to kill you too. Lizard folk, we've got your chieftain. He's on our side. You guys should go help the cause. And they just rolled through. And basically, they were like, ghosts, giant spiders, giant centipedes. Fuck all that. Kill it. We're moving on. But then they made it to the basement level, and there was a giant frog. Freaked them the fuck out, and they just circumvented this giant frog in the middle of a pond, where they eventually came across Farblex Spattergoo, the bullywug shaman and leader, where they summarily just destroyed him and all of his protectors, used the arcane texts that they found upstairs to activate the teleportation circle to walk through it, after saying a long, heartfelt goodbye to their new lizard folk companions. They teleported away And that's where we rejoin them. In the woods, somewhere. We don't know where. They don't know where they are. They just have teleported out into the woods. They see a house in the distance, not too far away. There may be, we'll say you're 1,000 feet from this house. But it is fairly heavily wooded all around you. So you do have a little bit of cover, but you notice that the trail that leads up, there is a clear trail that leads up to this house. And it is like finished marble square tiles leading up to this house. This is very clearly, and like it is very much like a swath through thick pine trees, like, but it's very clearly cut and clearly well maintained as well. I'm gonna say clearly one more time. Clearly. And then, yeah, that's where you guys have left off. You are fairly spent, if I recall, on spell slots and rages and everything. So, what would you guys like to do?
Nap time.
I'd like to go into the woods quietly.
Yeah, let's sneak off.
Okay.
Not too far, but, like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, how far did you want to be from the house? Were you trying to observe the house? Were you gonna do recon on it, or were you gonna go take a nap and worry about the rest later?
kind of feeling take a nap and worry about the rest.
Well, let's try to find a secure, safe spot.
Oh, yes. And then we nap and worry about the house later.
Okay.
I should maybe also do a little bit of recon.
Okay. So, I guess let's start with stealth checks. Excuse me. As you guys move away. For those of you watching live or on YouTube and you see the black screen, that's because to not ruin everyone's immersion, we have a black screen so you see what the players see, which is currently nothing.
And I'm going to use a fate die, by the way.
Okay. Yes. Those are you're more than welcome to do that. Oh, wow. Okay.
Guidance?
Too late for guidance.
I'll give,
Aw.
sure. You can have guidance. It's
Okay.
probably not going to
Oh,
help.
guidance.
All right.
It's the most help it could be.
So, we've got a 9, 20, 19, and 14. So you guys are like, let's go find a quiet place. And Lux is just like stomping with like tired barbarian breaking branches, like branches under her feet, stomping your way off in the woods to find your secret hidey hole.
I'm just going to point that out. That is my first low roll on stealth.
And
Never. It's true.
yeah, and your bonus is, I mean, it's only a +6, which is actually nothing to shake a stick at all. So that just happened to be. I mean, you're entitled to low rolls.
Yeah.
Hearing Lux stomping, I'm gonna turn around for a second
Uh-huh.
and like touch her boots and just cover them in moss
Okay,
to kind of soften it up.
sure. Make me a nature check.
Okay. 19.
Okay. You think you did a pretty good job softening these. I'll let you make another stealth check. Most of the damage is done, but Lux, go ahead and give me another stealth check. We'll see how your new moss-softened boots are.
Okay.
Apparently quite well softened. As Roswin tells you with her 14, like, I think it's pretty good. The moss on your shoes.
14 is not that bad.
True, but we're getting to higher levels, so, you know, let's be real here.
We're 6. Let's calm down.
Listen, 6 is no joke. We are past 5, which everything past 5 is crazy time. So, alright, yeah, so you guys, how far away did you want to go from the cabin? How deep into the woods did you want to go? Again, you don't know where you are geographically, so you don't know how far these woods go, but you also don't know what to expect as far as creatures and things that may be nearby. Just to remind you that.
I just want to try to go in for about 10 minutes and see if we can find like a little cozy nook.
Yeah, I want to be at least like far enough where like maybe we can't exactly see the house through the trees, so that people then the thought would be that they can't see us through the trees right away.
Like Peter.
What?
The sidelines. No.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sure. All right. So I guess we'll have. So go ahead and make me another survival check. I'm gonna say probably Roswin because I'm assuming you're the one who's trying to find this space.
Okay, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
That's a fair assumption to do every time. Oof.
Well,
You think you found a pretty good spot. You found there's like a downed tree, right? Like an uprooted pine tree. Seems reasonably secluded. So you guys can set up camp here. Now, is the plan to take a long rest?
yeah, I think so, because for most of us, there's no point in the short rest. I get on wild shape after that day.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are going to set up camp. Are you guys doing watches? I'll remind you, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Just to put that out there.
Well, I would like to use my 6th level ability.
Sure.
So that our campsite is more masked in the shadows of the trees.
You said these are pine trees. Are any of them like big enough that we could get under them, like underneath the branches, and maybe find like a little hidey hole underneath them?
Well, I mean, you mean like as low to the ground, or explain to me exactly what you're.
How old are these pine trees?
They vary. There's some pretty big ones here, though.
So, like, you know, pine trees when they get older and like they have the really droopy like branches, but they're high up, so you can get underneath them, and you're not like.
Well, I mean, considering Roswin was the one searching for it with her 12 survival, she thinks you got an uprooted tree. There's trees nearby. You can kind of nuzzle into the uprooted part, right? So, you know, the tree comes down, the roots come up, and that makes a little divot, right, where the roots used to be. You can kind of nuzzle in there.
So we're in dirt. Cool.
I mean, you're in the woods. There's no great place for Odella, rather, so.
Well, at least we're out of the swamp.
That's true.
That's all she cares about right now.
And it is a little on the chillier side, so it's not like mud, it's just dirt.
Okay.
So, yes, Katie, you were saying you're going to use your level 6 ability that you just got. Now remind me what that does.
Well, Ted, it a 30-foot radius around us. Me and my allies gain a +5 to perception checks to detect creatures in any light, and then the opposite for people around us, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess as you guys take your entire time here, getting your rest, let's just have everybody make me a stealth check. And you all get +5, right? Is that what it was? So everybody gets a +5 for Roswin's new ability.
30. Yes.
That's pretty good.
Odella's like mud or dirt.
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross in here, guys. She's like barely like squatting down in the, and, like I'm hidden, right, guys? Right.
I mean, you know, 16 is better than a 14, so that's not too bad. Yeah, you guys think for the most part that you're relatively well hidden, and you should probably be able to make your way through the majority of your rest without any issues. Are you taking watches?
Yeah, we should.
Yes.
Okay. Who's doing
Amir
what?
should go first, because she, I don't think, gains anything back from a long rest.
Okay.
So,
That's right.
Fair, yeah. Other than hit points that you may have lost.
Well, she can still take a short rest later.
Sure.
And then I'll go next because I'm doing okay on spells, and then Lux, and then Odella, I think.
Sounds good to me.
Because I know you're tapped.
All right. Let me just make sure that I don't think there's any random encounters that happen while you guys are out in the woods. I don't believe. But let's just see. Ancient building has a wood and plaster upper floor over a fieldstone lower floor. Shuttered windows are closed. The roof is completely overgrown with moss. Single door stands slightly open. Smoke pours from one of the 3 large chimneys. Oh, I guess I should... I think I read this last time, but I'll just reread it to give you a little bit of the scene, right? So, dark pine woods are all around on the slopes of a mountain valley. The air is cold and fresh. 2 ancient stones stand to either side of you. This is when you came through the portal. And no more than a bow shot ahead is the large house, we said is 1,000 feet. Within sight are more standing stones. Pine branches shift and sway in a gusting, fitful wind. Squirrel chatters and then falls silent. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, yeah, you guys are taking your rest. So, let's see here. Grab some digital dice. Cool. So, who had last watch? Right. So everybody's watches goes by except we get to Odella's at the end.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
That means I've technically had my full rest. So I
You've
get things
had 6 hours, technically, at this point.
Well, then I wouldn't actually get.
Well, no, you can take 2 hours of a watch and still, that's how it counts.
Oh, okay.
6 hours and 2 hours of a watch is light activity, unless you have wonky stuff.
Okay.
Like Pact of the Chain related things for warlocks. But we're not there yet. Alright, so it is your watch. And during your watch, go ahead and make me a perception check. You don't get bonuses to perception checks inside the thing, do you, Jamie?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You get a +5 to perception checks while inside your thing too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess that's a 10 then.
Wait. Hold on. 1 second.
I love that. 1 second.
I would also like to
Before you say anything,
Okay.
let me read all of my crap because I got so much crap in here.
Sure.
Well, while she does this, I would like it to be known that in the final moments of our lions, that cuddle puddle has formed.
Fair. Sure. Of the lions and was there anything else or is it? Oh, and your dire wolves. Yes.
Yep,
yes.
yeah.
But I assume when I fall asleep, I lose concentration on that.
Yeah, they're only an hour anyway, so you would lose once you go unconscious. You lose concentration.
Okay, I'm good. I just had to check things to make sure.
Sure. Did you want to do anything to your 10? Or are you good with 10?
I don't think I can do anything with my 10.
Okay. I don't know. I'm asking.
Well,
So-
that's why I was looking at the favored by the gods, but that's just a saving throw under attack roll.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I don't see anything else that helps my perception at all. So.
Okay. Well, yeah, your watch goes by fine too.
Okie dokie then.
You guys wake up.
Does Pygot see anything? Does that count?
Sure, you can have Pygot make me a perception check.
He's a person too.
Sure, when it's convenient and not in combat. Sure. Nope, Pygot doesn't see anything either.
Okay. Well, I just had to try. I mean, in combat, he's there.
No, I know. It's just like when there's an area of effect, does he make a dex saving throw? Like if you get hit with a fireball? And then...
Well, technically, he has advantage on those.
Right, but I mean 8d6 to a pseudo dragon is probably his hit points.
He's in there.
yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying there's a line, right? Eventually we
I
run
tell
it.
him to fly away during battles. I was kidding.
Listen, all right, we can only retroactively add so many goodbyes and things to the game. But sure. We haven't had a spellcaster that did any AoE in a while, so we're good there. But we'll come back to that. So yeah, everybody's watches go by uneventfully, or so it seems. And you guys all get the benefit of a long rest, so whatever that is for you.
Okay, this is gonna take me a while.
You get all of those things back.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
And I know you have to roll for charges, right?
Yeah, but I have to read if they're in the morning or if they're
after a long rest, or yeah, that's true. Some of them could be
I have
at
to read
dawn.
a bunch of stuff. Okay, so those I need to put somewhere how long the golden lions are gonna be dead for.
Yeah, they're gone for what, 6 days?
7.
Gotcha.
Can't be used until 7 days have passed. So I'm just gonna make a countdown here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, is there anything else that anybody has that I need to know about? Things that they're doing before we continue on while I wait for
Done.
Odella to finish getting all reset as I continue to cut out these not ominous at all stack of things that I have in front of me.
No, I'm good. I feed my pets, my many pets.
Yes.
Okay.
By the
They're all
way, don't forget that you have your new tadpole as well.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Oh, I do.
Gross.
His name is, we decided in chat, Tad Theodore Logan III Esquire.
Sure, that's great. I love it. That is a wonderful set of names from one of the best movies of all time. So, Juice, to your question, you didn't really miss that much. You missed a long rest.
It was nap time.
An uneventful long rest.
So
Also, to anybody who was curious, the roll chat command that had been broken for a very long period of time has since been fixed, so you are now able to roll d30s to gamble away flint bucks, for those of you who were upset that that was not a thing. So, okay, you guys have completed your rest. Nothing happened as far as you know. And it is now 8 hours later, so why don't we just say it was noon? Or we'll say it was 11 o'clock, so now it's 7 p.m. What do you guys want to do?
What do you guys want to do?
Well, I guess we have to figure out where we are. And
Yeah. Can I spend any of my time while I was on guard and not paying attention to what's around me, paying attention to maybe the surrounding areas and seeing if I can figure out where we are?
I'm gonna say with a perception check of 10 with the boosted 5 from Roswin's campsite ability, you're definitely in the woods, potentially further north than you were, possibly because it's a little on the chilly side. But that's all you're getting.
what about me? What about during my watch?
Were you doing things during your watch?
No, I was watching.
That's fair. Well, I mean,
I think we're all watching.
sure. Well, nothing crazy happened during the events of your watch. How far were you venturing? What was going on?
I mean, I wasn't going anywhere. I was just, are any of the tree species ones that are in a particular area, sort of thing? Like the dirt. She's was a wood hermit for a super long time. So I don't know. Druid hermit shit.
Sure. Were you just looking at the trees? No spell casts of any kind,
No,
right?
I'm top of them. I don't don't know what's about to happen, and so
That is fair. Yeah. It doesn't seem overly familiar to you, if that makes sense. As in, like, you probably haven't been in this particular stretch of woods before. Otherwise, you probably would remember a house with marble tiles leading up to it. It's a thing that sort of sticks with you. But you don't think you're, based on the tree species, you don't believe you're out of the Sword Coast, right? You think you're still on that general region of Faerun, so you haven't traveled, like, thousands of miles. Maybe, I mean, it's hard to know exactly where, because you were in the swamp. You're definitely, I guess, oh, you know what? Did you climb at all during your time, or did you just, like, stay there where you're like, let me climb to the top of the trees and see what I see? Or did you just be like, nah, I'm going to cuddle with these lions?
Oh, Ted. Roswin doesn't climb.
That's fair. Did you fly up, or did you just decide to cuddle with the lions till they disappeared?
Yeah, I mean, she flew up. She didn't break the top of the tree line because she's still trying to be stealthy, but check that out.
Yeah, well, without breaking the top of the tree line, you can see there are mountains nearby, a whole large mountain range. But that's about it without flying too high up, without trying to give yourself, away. So
I'll figure that out later. I don't feel like I might die if I break the tree line.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right.
Sure. So, yes.
Go
That's
back towards the house.
Okay.
Sneaky.
Sure. Yeah, tell me what the plan is.
We're in agreement back towards the house and scope it out?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Sure. So you guys make your way towards this house.
At a certain point, we should stop and let Mir go ahead.
Yeah, but not too far ahead.
Okay. What is everybody's passive perceptions?
Also, at one point, I cast Mage Armor on myself.
A reasonable assumption.
Mine's 12.
Mine's 18.
14.
Girl, you crazy.
I see it now.
And then Rosman's.
17.
So it's actually enough for all of you to notice as you guys are getting closer and sort of scoping things out and trying to figure out what's going on. You see that the nearby woods closer to this cabin are being patrolled. And you see 2 trolls and 3 of those ambush drakes, the kind of green, basically like a dog type dragon. Drakes you guys are familiar with. You encountered them a bunch in the hatchery. At least, actually, all of you would be pretty much familiar with what they look like. So they seemingly have these drakes as if some kind of a dog, perhaps, like a hunting dog. And there are 2 trolls and 3 of these, and they are seemingly, at least from what the little bit you observe, on a circuit, walking around the outside of this building, seemingly patrolling. As you guys, I'm assuming you do a little bit more looking around. There is another building as well. There's a small stone building with a mossy roof, no windows, solid oak doors. It's 9 feet tall, and it sort of resembles a barn, and that's sort of detached from the main building as well, which you do see. Stage whisper.
Stage whisper.
So,
Stage Whisper means you actually talk at your normal volume. but people understand that you're whispering.
Yes.
Because I'm not sure what you said.
Yeah.
Do we want to look at the small house first?
Oh, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Should I cast Pass Without a Trace on us?
That would probably be a great idea.
I do druid stuff and cast Pass Without a Trace.
Alright, then everybody give me stealth checks at a +10. As you guys make your way towards this other building. 27, 25. What else we got for stealth? 22. And 28. Okay. So, you guys make your way towards this building. And the door is locked. There's no windows, as I said before. So,
Do we hear anything inside?
make me a perception check. Nope.
I'm never gonna.
You like lean up to the door. Sounds good.
I'll do
Great.
the same.
Okay, sure.
They've learned not to trust me by now.
Okay, with a 16, you hear there's definitely something or things inside. You hear kind of like snarling and scratching of claws on things.
That's probably where they keep the guard drakes.
Something. You're not sure what, but yeah, there's definitely several things inside here.
Yeah, I'll tell everybody. There's scratching and clawing in there.
I miss Spirit Guardian's machine.
Well, we'll see what happens. So, what do you guys do?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something happens all of a sudden. I was like,
No, I just
I don't know
not
that we
yet.
should go into this building if this is where they're keeping the guard drakes. I don't think that it's important.
yeah, we can always come back later if we're doing all right.
True.
And we need to find like a good place to like get into this house where it's not just the front door.
Mhm.
Can we like try to like go around the house stealthily and try to see if there's any other points of entry?
Into the main house or
Yeah.
this area?
The main house.
Sure. So you guys can go ahead and peek around.
You said the patrols are just trolls and guard drakes, or are there any like normal people?
That's what you saw in the time that you were there,
Okay.
observing. You have not seen anything else. Let's see. Oh wait, does he have actual stats? Or is he just generic? He is. Come on. No, he's just generic. So monster roll. Just to see. Let's see here. He rolled 12. Alright. Yeah, so as you guys are conversing and about to move, you hear the sound of footsteps coming towards the door.
Door where we're at?
Yes, before you guys leave the kennel.
Oh, so it is a kennel.
Sure. Which you will find out as the door opens.
Oh, I want to run. If I hear it, run around and hide.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
I mean, that's what, yeah. As soon as we hear that, I would have moved.
Okay. So, you guys move. Where are you moving to?
away from the door on the other side, I guess.
Okay.
Building where it's a little bit safe.
Sure. So you guys move off to the side, we'll say. The door opens, and even from the distance that you guys are at, you can smell just rotting flesh come out into the air. And you see emerge from there, looking around, trying to see what was making the noise, is a troll with 4 arms. Yes, in a muddy cloak, and he has a small dragon on a leash, and he like looks around, like here doesn't see anybody, pulls back on the leash and shuts the door.
It's an actual dragon, not like a drake?
As far as you can tell from where you are, yeah.
What color was it?
Green.
It's weirder and weirder.
No, like army signal, but like towards the house.
Also, I just want to say a quick shout out to Alan, who popped into the chat, because Alan, my friend, I have not seen you in forever. Alan was the OG artist who did the original art for the original campaign for Flint and Theron and everybody.
Ooh.
And I haven't seen you around in forever, so awesome to see you back in the chat. That's awesome. So, anyway. Let us continue our conversation. So yes, that's what you guys see emerge from your safe space off to the side.
I hate these types of missions. I'm so bad at them.
Alright, so I think that we're gonna try to stealth around the main house and get away from this kennel, and try to see if we can find another point of entry.
Okay. As you guys are, so you saw that person there inside the building, and then you just move away. So you guys are looking around the outside of this building. You see around the outside, it is a 2-floor lodge. And you can see that there are several chimneys on the roof as well. You can see there aren't really any... Well, there are actually a couple windows on the first floor that you may potentially be able to get into, but they are windows. So, you know, they do have shutters and things. The shutters are open, but they are all your stereotypical window where you have the wooden frames and the glass, so you'd have to break through the glass, knock out the frames, and then climb inside. There is a front door right at the front, and as you make your way around, it does seem that there is apparently a back door. You also notice a sign on the front as you guys are moving around.
Ooh, a sign. What does the sign say?
It says... in a big sign out front, the Talus Finishing School for Young Ladies.
Ooh, I think we got this, guys. I think we got this. Time to need some finishing school.
And
We're all
yes,
new students.
it is the Talus, Talis, Finishing School for Young Ladies.
Does the name Talus ring any bells?
I don't believe so for you guys.
For nobody?
I don't think so.
Let me
You tell me, because I believe this is the first time you are hearing this name. If it should ring bells, then that's gonna fall on you guys.
I take lots of notes. Hold on.
That's fine. I'm gonna keep shuffling my...
Wait, stuff is like in here because Talus just reminds me of something else. But okay.
Yes,
Oh,
things.
wait.
I don't believe you guys. It's entirely possible I told somebody something, but I don't remember. That could have been a thing that like Ava knew or like Phoenix knew that you guys never discussed. I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe it's an Ava thing that I just am like barely remembering because I don't see it.
Okay, so then no, you don't know what that does not ring any bells.
Like it does, but okay.
I mean,
School doing out here in the woods. That's weird.
Maybe they just, there's a lot of nice young ladies inside. They don't want, like, grody old men to get in here and disturb all the pretty ladies.
I'm just thinking, how good can business be? Location, location, location. You know what they say.
People pay big money to send children to schools. They don't care where it's at, as long as it's well protected. If you're rich, you know where places are.
I don't know where places are. Well, so seeing that, do we want to change our approach, or
do we want to try to pretend to be like new students?
I look at all of them and there's no way.
I mean, you look like you're in need of finishing, so I'm not gonna say that you don't look like you could be a student. I mean that in the nicest way possible.
My eyebrow arches, the glint of gold flickers.
we could like hold you down and be like, you're going. Your dad said you had to. He's a mighty powerful captain of a guard somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I like her. She's got style. Look at this, coming up with stories right off of the top of her head.
I'm such a good liar.
So, what kind of finishing school has trolls that wander around?
I don't know. I don't know anything about finishing schools. I assume you just go there to finish projects like scrapbooking.
Roswin. Finishing schools are where young ladies go to learn how to be proper and like what forks to use if you're at a nice dinner, or how to properly address men, how to dance, that kind of stuff. How to properly cross your legs. What?
The clean fork. You don't approach guys if you don't know them, and you wiggle. I don't know. Why would I need to go to this place?
Clearly, why?
Oh, okay. I feel like everybody needs to go to school now. It's not even like we need to figure out what's going on in here. I just need you guys to go to finishing school.
Well,
what about how about the kitty?
Oh yeah, you are a kitty.
I did go to finishing school.
Yeah, she's fine.
A long time ago.
So, you guys are somewhere. You see that there is the red on your map, right? You see the red there in the front and the back. Those are the doors that you see.
I assume we're not this close to the houses.
I assume you're probably
We're
little.
just standing out front like, oh, guys, we should totally go to this finishing school.
Yeah, totally.
Last time acting like a normal woman didn't turn out. I just turned into a bear when things got messy. So, I mean, got that.
I look at her and I go, yeah, you did.
I mean, that could still be an option here.
Well,
depending on if it's actually a finishing school.
I have a beautiful dress that my sister got me. So if we're going with this plan, I have got a costume.
Oh my god, I'm so excited if that's exactly what you're going to do. It's up to you guys if you think that we can pull it off, or if this is even a finishing school. I mean, I guess we could bluff our way out of if it's not.
Here's an idea. Just stay with me now. What if we look in a window and we see if it's actually a finishing school?
Are there windows? I didn't think. There were windows. Otherwise, I would have hoped we would look in them.
There are windows, but they are not. If I give you guys sort of the front of the building, right? So like you have to climb up
Yeah, they're
to
kind of up there.
Oh,
to see
okay,
through the
okay.
windows.
Okay. Lux goes.
Oh,
Somebody's got gauntlets.
I can go up there.
Okay, be sneaky, Lux.
Yeah. That's my advice. Is yeah.
So
Or between the kitty and I.
So if you're looking on your map, you can kind of see the left and the right. You've kind of got those two square pieces that are right here. Oops, let me get onto the right mode here.
Can you just
Here.
let us know what side that kennel is on as well?
It's a ways off, like it's not immediately close
Oh, okay.
to, so it's like off into the back right, if you will. If you're looking at your map, go off the map about 30 to 50 feet, like off the back right corner,
Okay.
like off to the
Thank
side. So yeah, which side did you want to go up to look in? Because you basically have either the left side or the right side from where you guys currently are on the map, and you've got the kind of 4 sets of windows on either side.
Probably the left side if the kennel is on the right side, right? Does
You
that
tell
make
me.
sense?
Yeah, I would. Which side looks like it's more covered? How about that?
They're both pretty open, but to Odella's point, the back right is the kennels on the right side, so there's no
Okay, so the
other
left.
building on the left.
Okay.
So you basically have 4 sets or 4 windows. You know, there's like 2, as you saw here, right? You had 2
Mhm.
and then 2, which so like yeah, here you guys are coming up. Remember, this is inverted, so you guys are going to come up on this side and look through one of these windows.
Okay.
Which one did you want to go through?
So, I turn to my friend.
Mhm.
Do you want to go up, or do both of us?
Yes, let's go.
Okay. So,
Mirror, still full of emotion.
yes. All right.
She has her hood up. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, sure. All right. So, let me just get to the second page here to see what you guys would be looking in. All right. So, you guys are going to go, I'm assuming, for the first set of windows, not up past them to the second set? Or,
I say we want to take like peek on the bottom set first,
sure. Okay.
and then see what's up, and then probably go up to the second.
And then I'm gonna hang back and keep an eye out and like prep a fireball if I think they're gonna get in trouble.
Okay. That's fine. So go ahead and do you have climbing stuff, Lux? I forget.
I have my leather vamp
Maybe
braces.
Right. Okay. That's fine. No, I just meant like because the cat can just climb. Right? She's got climb speed. It's no issue for her, and she's a thief, so she's like an extra climber. So just go ahead and make me, Lux, an athletics check. The DC is
the spider.
oh, she's the spider. The spider.
Yeah,
That's
that's
my mistake. My mistake. Then you both are fine. So go ahead and both of you make me stealth checks then as you try to peer in these windows.
Do we still have the
Pass without trace?
without
Yeah,
trace?
it's only been a few minutes, so sure.
Okay.
39 is pretty good, and 32 is also pretty good. So you guys peer in this set of windows. So this room that you guys are peering in is a warm. It looks to be warm and comfortable with a large fireplace, stuffed leather chairs, and a table set with smoked sausages and candles. A tapestry displays a magnificent white stag above a valley, with a pair of green dragons soaring overhead, and deer, boars, and hedgehogs hiding among the leaves in the trees below. The walls each have a trophy or two, including a couple of elk's heads, and you also see some other things that seem a little off. A metallic bull's head, a griffin head in its foreclaws, and a white-furred boar with tusks as long as daggers. The room otherwise seems deserted.
do I see like the metallic boar head.
It's a bull, metallic bull.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, bull.
Yeah.
Does it look like pricey?
It does. No, in let me. The tapestry. You get the feeling that this heavily woven tapestry is probably worth 400 gold.
Okay.
But it looks heavy, right? It's a tapestry, so it's probably
Yeah.
several
Okay.
pounds. You will know, I'll say, that this is the head of a gorgon, the creature.
Oh.
So it is not like a stylized head. This is like a decapitated gorgon, which
I see.
it.
Okay.
So, yes, yeah, that's what you guys see in this window, both of you.
Ready to move up?
Okay.
So move up.
I'll let you keep those rolls. Let's see what is in the next one. Okay, so what looks to be a well-appointed chamber is filled with furniture that can serve as a place to eat food or discuss important matters. You can just tell this from looking in the window. You see 3 women in the room. They all wear scale mail and carry swords. And another woman wearing white robes over white scale mail has a wand with a blue gemstone in it. And she seems to be directing and sort of like, you know, like as the girls are standing there in their armor with their kind of swords, like standing up at attention, you see her point the wand and sort of like tap at them, like, you know, tap like up under the chin, like tighten your chin up, lift it up a little bit higher, poke them in the stomach a little bit to suck it in so that, you know, they present themselves better. And she seems to be walking around each of them with a critical eye.
Okay. So I'll motion Mir to kind of like, let's go back down.
So, yeah, you guys make your way back down.
So
What do you do?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't see anything light up. So I'll turn and, well, it seems that's some kind of finishing school if you wear scale mail.
I
There's a-
can't wear scale mail.
You
Well, there is a
actually
woman.
could. It's medium armor, scale mail.
But it's metal.
Did I say
Not if it's made from scales.
Did I say it was metal? I
Oh.
did not say it was metal.
Oh.
Actually, the ones with the girls were metal, but the one who was clearly directing them, that was not metal.
That one I kind of figured because you said white, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's pretty
I mean, you
weird
can
now.
enamel scales, but we're getting into a whole other thing, so it's fine. Anyway,
So I'll mention there's a wand and everything.
Fairy godmother. My mom told me about those. Why are you laughing?
Oh, I just pat her on the head. Oh, you're so sweet.
Ew.
I also have wands. Does not make me a fairy godmother.
Well, I don't know what kind of people go to finishing schools. Could be a fairy godmother. Anyway. So what are we doing? Am I putting on this dress or what?
I mean, the dress goes with the turtle shell.
Clearly.
The dress is nice, but the turtle shell goes with everything. It's avant-garde.
Well, we need to come up with a plan because apparently this place just feels bad anyway.
Okay.
I mean, who keeps dragons?
Finishing schools. I'm finding out.
Especially green ones.
I mean, weren't you guys gonna keep black dragons?
They were in the egg. This is different.
But like, what were you gonna do with them after? they
Raise
hatch.
them to be respectable people in society.
So you're gonna send them to finishing school?
That's not a bad idea. Maybe I should write a letter to Pickle. Well, then I'll do that later.
I would turn to Adela, tell her. Children are innocent, and they are just babes.
I mean, I agree, but I just don't see what your logic is. If they're keeping dragons and you're also
A troll?
doesn't mean that.
A troll keeping a dragon.
Again, you made the point before that not all creatures are necessarily evil, and you just seem to be making assumptions about these. But it's nevertheless,
Okay.
I doubt that they have.
I mean, if you want,
we
let's
teleported
go
here
ahead.
from another bad place.
Let's go ahead and
probably a
knock
bad
on the door
place.
then. I mean, we can always go back and knock on the door where the troll was.
No, I concede the point that this is probably not the greatest place since we teleported here from another place that was also being controlled by people who weren't that evil. But
is this?
Does this mean I can't wear my dress?
Oh, I should have said, because I didn't realize that it was separate from the kennel. There's also stables as well.
where you will not find Poppy.
Correct. There are stables. They're a little bit further back from where the kennel is. They're like even a little bit more tucked away in the woods, the stables, which you could tell as the outside structure kind of begets that of a stables, although it does have sets of doors that were shut. But the structure of it looks to be a stable. But I should have pointed that out. I'm sorry.
It is okay.
Although in all of your time you did not hear any horses.
Well, that's odd.
I don't like this place. I don't think finishing school is for Roswin. No,
You did
man.
hear sounds from inside the stables, but they did not sound like horses.
What did they sound like?
Not horses.
Well, did it sound like a creature? Or did
Oh,
it
yes,
sound
definitely
like
a creature.
banging? Okay. Specifically, tell me what exactly is in there.
Make me a perception check then.
I shall. And I will use guidance. Because that's what I do. 17.
You definitely heard wing beats.
I think there's more dragons in there. I heard some wing beats. Not sick beats. Wing beats.
Mira just grits her teeth. She fucking hates dragons.
So, and there was also a well nearby the stables.
A well?
Yeah, like for water.
Okay. Can I ask, you guys, the girls that you saw inside, were they human?
They were all human, yes.
Okay. Here.
We're not even. I don't think I'd blend in well. So maybe we should.
That's another thing that I was trying to think of. Is if, I know that they know that there's a pink tiefling around, that if they're part of the cult of the dragon, I'm sure that the word spread at this point. But
This isn't what I wanted when I wanted to be popular growing up. Well, then I say, yesterday we were kind of kicking some patoot. Maybe we should go with that same idea. If we're not gonna let me wear my dress.
I mean, you can always wear your dress underneath your armor if you want. I wear a dress all the time.
Lux, can you hold up a curtain for a second?
I mean, you could always go to the stables or that lovely, lovely kennel. There's 4 walls there.
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna do that thing that like every girl in like middle school knows how to do, where you like
Where you
have
take your
something
shirt
on.
off, but like
Yeah, in
you
this
also
In this
Don't
case,
take it
the
off.
shell.
It's a turtle shell, sure.
Yeah, I'll just like wiggle my dress
So sneaky.
under
Inside your turtle shell.
inside my turtle shell, but like it's just a turtle shell, so you see like the giant horrible poof sleeves.
Yes. Been waiting for this dress forever.
And this is horrible pink, heavily floral, ruffled disaster of a dress, and she's never felt more beautiful.
Of course.
All right, now that that's done, back to more important matters.
Okay, so, well, Adela, you can always knock on the door, hide on the sides, and see what happens.
That's fine with me if you guys, that's what you want to do. If you want me to like try to go in there and get some information first.
3 against 1. That could be more.
Lex,
mean, we
you're
have
a
a-
human. You can go with her. You're just like a really strong, healthy-looking human.
Well, I can also have somebody else come with me. Let me see how long this lasts though. For an hour. We'd have to get in and out in an hour.
Did you see how fast we cleared that castle? I'm tired.
Well, what do you guys want to do?
I think that from what you described, if they're wearing armor and stuff, no armor is not your thing. You look much better in thongs. But I think that you can go with her so that she's not by herself, because I think leaving someone by themselves is a horrible idea.
I agree, but I do have my red hair,
You have red hair and it's beautiful.
which they know about the red hair.
Yeah.
You're not the only one with red hair in the world. I mean, maybe the only red-haired woman who's like 100 feet tall, but with like guns, like, do one of these. Well, why don't you just, if you can change the way someone looks, make looks look different, because you guys kind of got a good like magic and like punching things in the face combo. You know, and then if something bad happens, Mir can climb up the window and I can like dive bomb through a window with these wings, and yeah, it'll be great. And also I can just watch as like a what do you say, there were like hedgehogs around?
No, that was in the tapestry that they saw.
Oh,
That was just
squirrel?
I mean, yes, there is probably squirrels, but no, the tapestry had hedgehogs, and it also had 2 green dragons flying over a white stag, so, you know, that was there as well, along with deer, boar, and hedgehogs hiding
Wait.
among the leaves and trees below.
Wait. You said white stag.
I did say white stag. Above a valley, with a pair of green dragons soaring overhead, and deers, boars, and hedgehogs hiding among the leaves and trees below.
Then someone recall, Roswin.
What?
What was the thing that you saw or you talked to a while ago?
I talked to a lot of things. You got to be more specific.
Was it a white stag?
Oh, it was a gold stag.
Okay. So I kind of want to. Yeah. No, I'm just kind of curious because I haven't, had that owl thing in a while.
I'm pretty sure Oh, you don't want me to be a gold stag. Okay. Well, yeah, I haven't had that in a while either. That kind of all came into fruition. And I
Yeah.
figured out what he was talking about afterwards, and I was like, why so cryptic? You know? Just say what you want to say. But yeah, I haven't had that in a while, so I don't think this is related.
Okay. So, what are we doing now?
I say you're going in, and then if something bad happens, we just beat the shit out of the baddies. I said a swear.
Yes, you did. That's I pat
Somewhere.
her on the head.
Thank you. Now you've validated it, and I'm just gonna have a horrible potty mouth forever. Just kidding.
What would your mother think?
She would give me a thinking. Okay. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna. What's the thing that you can do to make someone look different, Odella?
I have a dust of disguise.
Yeah, dust her up, man. Put her in a pantsuit.
Technically, I can dust all of us
Yeah.
to look
Oh.
differently.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
It only is an hour, as you
It
said.
only lasts for an hour, as I said, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we gotta be in and out.
Okay.
Gotta watch the time.
I would like to look like Lux, but like smaller and with blonde hair.
Okay. Lux, what would you like to look like? So I can make a smile. Do you want to look like Lux now, or whatever Lux looks like after Roswin?
Oh, what do you? Oh, you mean after she changes?
Yeah. Do you want to look like what she looks like after she changes, but like smaller, so that you guys look like sisters, or do you want to look like what Lux looks like now?
Yeah, let's be sisters.
Okay.
Right, Lux? That's what you want to do, right? She says yes. Let's-
So you're making my hair blonde.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just making your hair blonde. Is that what it...
Yeah.
I mean, you can
I
also
covered
disguise the
you
clothes
can.
too. So
oh yeah,
you
the
can.
clothes too.
Right.
Yeah. And we're wearing...
I'm gonna make them all look more like fashionable, maybe higher class.
Sure,
little bit
sure.
higher
High
class.
class Waterdavian upper crust. Sure.
See my high twitch.
Do you think that it's BYOCM, bring your own chainmail, or is that like something you get when you go in there?
It's probably something that you earn.
Okay.
But we're just here to tour, guys. You're just here to tour.
I'm just a lovely young lady looking to finish something.
Yes. Hate starting things without finishing it. It's like came to finishing school to make sure that you get the chance to finish it. All right. So in the process, what are you dressing Mir up like?
Yeah, Mir, what do you want to look like?
An even smaller version.
We're not Russian dolling this. What was that, Mir?
Can they disguise my furriness?
They can make you look like anything.
Yep.
I want to be a real girl.
Okay, be more specific.
Code name
Do you have any requests?
Make me look like a human girl.
No.
Okay.
All right. We can definitely do that.
I make her. Odella subtly makes her look like the ideal, like her favorite type of female human.
Oh.
Wink, wink.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Oh.
All right. We'll have to.
Wheels with joy because she doesn't want to be furry. She's really happy. I'm just kidding.
I would like to insight check Odella for checking outness.
Sure. I guess. And Odella, you can roll a deception to offset the 23 insight if you want to. So.
Wow, that was a low deception for me. I have a plus 11.
Wow.
This is gonna go great.
So.
I'm gonna elbow Lux and be like, they're gonna get married one day.
In the process
Is
of
it
this.
legal in Faerun?
Sure, why not? As you do this, Mir, as you get all changed up to Odella's ideal lady, and you're like kicking this around as they're discussing what they should all look like in this process of finishing, and in the process you find on the ground, like as you move your boot nearby, like uncovers something on the ground, and you uncover actually a pendant. A spherical gold pendant. Who has the most gold in the party right now?
Not me.
Not me.
Wait, who was what?
The most gold
Bella does,
in the
'cause
party.
She's carrying
All of
Roswell's
Rosalind's gold.
Yeah. Yep.
So
And
as
then-
you pick up this pendant, Mir, it you feel like a gentle pull, as though this pendant gently pulls you towards the nearest, most valuable concentration of gold.
Do I see how much is,
Odella.
are that worth?
It doesn't have a traditional, like, gold value. I mean, it seems to be made of gold, so, it seems there's an enchantment, though, here. So it pulls you towards the nearest concentration of gold, the
Oh.
largest concentration of gold. And that is currently Odella, so it's sort of like it's not like a heavy, like tugging you over there. It's just like, you put the necklace on, and you kind of feel it's like, oh, there's probably the most gold over there.
Or the love of your life. Just kidding.
I mean, you don't know. It could be one of
I'm not
those.
really sure what it's pulling me towards. The hottest girl in the world?
It's
Or-
definitely pulling you towards
So
Odella.
gold.
So that was your trinket. So there you go. That got donated. So
That's a cool trinket.
That's perfect.
It's actually a really cool, kind of useful trinket.
man.
She
So
loves, she
So
loves
anyone that has more gold than me ever will know.
right. Oh, which I also need to know, what is that amount that you have
Oh.
on you currently?
Okay.
So
Do you
that just
Does
give
it
me the
include,
gold.
Like my magic items. then?
No, we'll just it's just
Okay, so that-
coinage. You can give me a roundabout to cover silver and platinum.
Yeah, I'm just trying to add it in plus that 6,000.
6,000?
Yeah.
That's more than you have, right, Lux, just to make sure.
Oh shit. I think it's almost close, to be honest.
Well,
Because
if then
much are flat?
10 gold. Just give me ballpark. Yes, you think it's higher or lower?
Oh fuck. Hold on. I just want to do real quick.
Sure, sure. Well, I need to know because this might be pulling you towards Lux and not Otella, depending on the
Does it
scenario.
include magical items?
No,
'Cause
it
I
is
got-
just coinage.
Don't ruin this for me, Lux.
I'm beating for my love right now.
Right?
Turns toward Roswin, and the necklace just goes. "Whir?"
Okay, if she says 6,000, mine's below.
Okay, so it pulls you gently towards Odella. So now you know, if you were to walk into a room and there was more than 6,000 gold pieces, your necklace would tug you in that direction. Or if there were several piles of gold, and they're all worth more, you'd be like, oh, I better go for column C because that's the most. Okay.
Be really good in like one of those games where they're like, choose a door, and you're
Sure.
like, "Hmm."
It absolutely would be, as long as Odella wasn't nearby with a large sum of gold.
Like backing off.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I think we should enter from what would be suspected as the normal way to approach from the woods.
Okay, so you guys walk up the path, the marble path, to the finishing school's front entrance.
And
Right.
is there like a knocker?
By
By the way, I make myself look a little bit different as well.
Okay. Like what?
I'll probably be like a bit pastier.
Sure. Okay. There is 2 large wooden doors. That there is no knocker, and as you guys get up close to them and push, they sort of open to a small little entry hallway. Which there you go. Entry hallway. So this entry hallway, you see, it has several very nice wooden, like coat racks. There are several, and there is benches for like you to put cloaks on, or to sit down to take your boots off, your traveling boots. And you can see that there is like mud, dried mud on the floor from people having traveled in and out. There is also a spear kind of resting in a corner, held in the claw of like a small little drake statue that's kind of like, it's got a little claw and the spear is just kind of sitting in there.
It's odd. Seems weird. Okay.
Hold on, let me take the reins here because I don't know anything about this place.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm just gonna take one last check and make sure that the dust took care of like any dirt or anything, and if it didn't, I'm gonna prestidigitate it.
You're good.
I want us looking fine.
Sure, you guys are looking indeed fine.
You didn't pronounce it correctly.
You're right, but yeah.
Okay.
So this just
then
seems to
go
be
up
an entry
the
hall.
next door and knock on it or go in, depending on what it seems like I should be doing.
Sure. So you guys go through this door, and I will go ahead and give you this next room.
Man, they don't lock any of their doors, man.
They're just letting us. What happened to all the people like guarding?
I mean, it's patrolled by. I mean, that's fine. We can figure out what's going on there.
No, that's fine. I'm just
let's
curious.
see.
It seems interesting that we just randomly wandered into this place.
So, this central hallway has stairs, large wooden doors, and a fine set of feminine plate armor. Flanking the entrance are two freestanding suits of what seem to be elven make plate armor, again in a more feminine cut. Again, not like boob windows or like clearly like designed to like it. They are just feminine cut armor.
Just like prettier.
They seem to be like they would be like more like taken in around the waist, but still completely functional. Just not like a video game armor where it clearly is not functional.
Be a bra hanging
That's
down.
true. That is true. It's not Lux armor. Correct. So this is of elven make, so you can see that the detail is a little more finely crafted, and the sort of the interlocking of where the plates are it's more eloquently done. There is a bit of filigree to it as well. So it's just high-end plate armor. It seems like it was poorly enameled, though. Rather than being truly enameled, it was painted, so it has chipped green paint, again, fitting the elven aesthetic. And there is a feminine, like, demon-looking type statue. Some sort of, like, stone statue with wings, and a more... like a naked female body with wings kind of at the base of the stairs. There are two of them kind of flanking either side of the stairs. Those are sort of those like green things that you kind of see on the map there on either side of the staircase.
Okay. Can I like religion check the statue, like the demon-y statue, and see if it's like something
Sure,
to
absolutely.
know about? Oh, it's an alphabetical order. You're dumb. Okay, I was like, couldn't find it. Wow, I did real great on that.
They are well endowed, these feminine
geez.
statues.
Jeez.
But no, it is just like if you were to imagine, if you were to picture like the traditional gothic gargoyle, but remove all of the grossness of a gothic gargoyle and make it like a really sexy lady. That's what it looks like. If you can picture that.
I can picture it.
Okay.
Like, is it like, what's her face from Gargoyles?
Yeah.
Like his girlfriend.
I can't remember her name.
Was
But
it like Morgana? Or
It
was
might be. That seems like it's too easy, but you
Yeah.
might be right. I'm gonna quickly look up female gargoyles. Was it Delilah?
That doesn't seem right.
There was.
But
I think
maybe.
that
I don't
is
know.
one of them. Oh,
Strangely enough,
it's like Is it Demona or Demona? Because that's how it's spelled. So it's demon with an A at the end of it.
Demona, probably.
Yeah, probably Demona. So, yes. Basically, sure, like that, but sans rag. So just flat out naked.
Okay. Well, I guess which way do we want to go?
You can see there is the staircase. There is the 2 sets again of the elven plate mail that we had discussed. There are these 2 statues, and there is the staircase going up to the next floor, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4 doors off of the room that you're in.
Any ideas, ladies, as to which way we want to go, or just kind of pick a
definitely
direction?
look for stuff while we're around here, maybe like documents or something that give us an indication as to what this place is really about, so that when they find us, we're not like, we're here for dance class.
Right. Okay, so you guys looked off to the left into this room, right? So we know there's nobody in there, right?
Yeah, the one room closest to the window they did look in. So
Was there a door in that room?
you saw 2 doors basically in that room. They were both in the kind of top right-hand corner. You would assume that one of them is one of the ones you see in this hallway.
Let's go into that room.
Okay, let me real quick just get the second floor prepped, because you never know if you guys are gonna go to the second floor or not. Let's put this on the map layer, and then let's go to the map layer and align this to grid. 1 sec, guys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's good enough. Get us some sort of a semblance of what size this thing is. Let's just go 40 there. Perfect. Okay, sorry. All right, so you guys go into that room, and I will reveal the room to you. Boom, there you go. So you guys duck into that room that I had described before. Again, you see this warm, comfortable room, stuffed leather chair. You see the tapestry on the wall with the stag and the green dragons and all of that, and then all of the various heads on the wall. And yes, as discussed previously, Lux, you know that the tapestry is probably worth about 400 gold pieces. But from a closer look, it looks like it weighs about 40 pounds.
I will tell them, well, this is worth 400, and you guys want it, we can put it in the hole.
I think we should reserve stealing stuff until after we try to not deceive people. That way they're not like, but you took our thing, and I was like, oh, we really need that finishing, I guess.
And again, now that you guys are in the room and can expect it, it does appear that all of the trophies in this room are real. Like, this is a real Gorgon's head, a Griffin's head, and so on.
Jeez.
Wow.
Correct.
These girls are intense.
And just as a reminder, there was mountain goats, elks. The elk has a 10-point rack, so that's actually a fairly... Actually, for an elk, that's a... People write books, they don't know what they're talking about. 10-point rack on an elk's not that crazy. Giant eagle...
It'd be crazy, but...
Yes, absolutely. A giant eagle head and its talons, the metallic bull's head, a griffin head with its 4 claws, and the head of a white-furred boar with tusks as long as daggers.
Wonder what their names were.
Winston. It's not just kidding.
Do you see any are there any desks that might have any documents or?
This room seems to be more like it doesn't have desks in it. This does have comfortable chairs. There is also the table set with the smoked sausages and the candles. This seems to be some sort of like room in which you would retire. You don't see any like liquor here, but you would imagine this would be like sort of a congregation room. Perhaps this particular place wasn't always a finishing school. This room gives you the feel of a hunting lodge, right? With all of these trophies on the walls and things like that.
Then I'm gonna motion to somebody else to go to the door to the north and listen to see if there's people on the other side before we just barge in there.
I can go.
Okay.
I will listen.
Oh man, thank you for the subscription. What? Everybody enjoys Jake dancing like that for your subscribe.
I will use guidance.
Okay, go ahead and make me a perception check at the door. Oh, I see your bio break comment there. So, well, make your perception check, and then go.
Oh, I already went, dude.
Dude, I totally
She
missed
was
that.
gone. Yeah.
Didn't even notice. See, this is how much I pay attention to you, Katie.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, no, you think it's fine, and as you peer into the hallway, it's just a hallway.
Guys, it's just a hallway.
You get the feeling, obviously, you can tell that the one door is the same door back to the main room, and there is 3 other doors off of here.
Okay, let's do the same listen and then move thing. So whoever wants to continue doing it, let's go. I'll be up next to you, but I am terrible at hearing things.
I mean, I can listen, or anybody else can.
Yep.
Yeah, let's all listen.
Okay. That's fine. These rooms you don't hear anything in, so I'll unveil them to you. Ba-boom. Those 2 rooms, as you go inside, seem to be some sort of guest chamber, sleeping quarters, furnished with a bed covered with blankets and very nice furs, small desks with unlit oil lamps, washstand, a chamber pot, brazier with hot coals in it, presumably to keep the bed warm before you get into the bed. There's a very nice polished mirror in front of the washstand. And these seemingly, though, have not been used. Perhaps they are guest quarters.
Okay. No diaries or anything?
Not in these rooms, no.
Okay,
Yeah,
moving
and I'm
on.
looking as we go through for like any papers or anything that we could like read information off of.
Sure, nothing of that sort here.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, going to the north, then, I take it?
Yep. Listen
Okay.
and then go.
Sure, alright. So, let's see here. So, you peer into... You don't hear anything in this room, or do you? Let's find out. This is really weird that it's like there's a basement, but it's not separate. And we don't actually have... okay, so that's fine. Yeah, you actually do hear some milling about in this room before you guys enter it.
We do?
You hear, yeah, you hear at least 2. As well, if you guys are listening, you can hear probably 4 separate voices in this room.
Female?
Yes. Actually, no. These are male.
Do we want to go in or do we want to keep trying to explore some of this place a little bit more?
One, I'm trying to find something that gives us a little bit of like knowledge on this place first.
Okay, so let's go back into that main hallway and try to see if we can get anything on the right hand side.
Okay. So you guys go back into the main hallway. Where would you like to go from there? To the north door?
Bottom
or-
right, I think.
Sure. Okay.
Hear anything there?
That little room, no, you don't. And this seems to be some sort of guard hall, kind of to guard the entrance hallway. And you actually see from this side, you couldn't see from the other side, there are actually arrow slits here that lead out into the main entrance hallway. Like the when you first came in where like the boots and the coat racks were.
I give an impressed nod.
But there is no one in here, and there is a door that leads out of this room into a room beyond.
I give a less impressed nod. Why have security if you're not going to use it? Okay, anything behind that door?
You don't hear anything, but do you go in to that next room?
We don't hear anything. Then yes,
So-
probably. That's been our modus operandi.
Sure. Okay. So this room. The stout beams overhead are stained black with smoke. A comfortable table and chairs, a small wardrobe, and a suit of dull black armor stand in the room. A large tapestry shows 3 hounds dragging down a white boar, and it shimmers with strange light.
Ooh, can I inspect the strange shimmery light thing?
Sure. Go ahead and make me... Yeah, go ahead and... well, I mean, what are you doing? I guess an Arcana check, maybe?
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
sounds good.
Yeah, there is definitely some magic about this. You're not... It's hard to tell, though, what... it clearly... I mean, you can, like, as you, like, pull it away, like, it's not stuck to the walls of tapestry, right? So you can pull it away and look, you can see behind the wall is there. But there's definitely some sort of magic about it.
Okay. Well, I can't tell what kind it is, so...
Right,
Is
you're not
there-
sure what it does or how you activate it.
Oh, it was... We activated?
No, you're not sure. It's
Oh.
clearly magical, but you don't know. It also appears to weigh about 50 pounds, would be your guess, if you had to guess how heavy it is.
Okay.
Yes. You get the feeling light right now. This is worth about 2,500 gold pieces, this
Whoa.
tapestry.
That's definitely going in the hole later.
I mention it. I was like, this one costs this much.
Yeah.
I'm doing like a tour, around. And this one.
Make me a perception check, Odella. With your Arcana is pretty good. You can make it with advantage because your Arcana check was pretty high.
Perception?
Yes, Odella, please. Sorry. You as you're looking at the surface of this, you get the feeling with your Arcana check and that perception that you get the feeling that one could potentially step into this tapestry. As in, like, you could walk into it right now.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to, though.
I'm just letting you know.
There are some puppies in there, though. Is there any... Did Roswin find any papers while she's looking?
In this room, no, there is 2 doors leading off of this room. This room, the only other thing really in here is the black again, female armor set. That is clearly, this is clearly a nice set of armor and does kind of come off as magical. And I think... Yeah, that's pretty much it, the main focus. There's a table and chairs, but it doesn't have, like, drawers in it. It just seems to be, like, more of just a table that you would sit at. And there is a small wardrobe, but the wardrobe just has, like, dusty old cloaks in it. Nothing too crazy.
Okay. Check the north doors then, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Which one, left or right?
Let's do right.
Okay. Well, I guess let's see what's through there before I just open it and reveal it to you guys. Yeah, there's no sound from there. Guess what, ladies? This is
It's
a bath.
bathroom.
It is a
It's our
bathroom.
favorite terrain.
Yes, it is a very, very nice bathroom with a very high-end bath in it.
Do we have time for a bath?
Probably not, but we'll keep this in mind.
So, did I miss? I just saw you put something in the chat.
If I don't
Katie.
get to take a bath as a beautiful human girl, I'm gonna cry.
Wipe the dust off of your
Yeah, it might not be a great idea.
Did you want to? Were you going through that thing, Katie, or did I misread what you wrote?
No. I think she was saying that she doesn't know that she can step through it, so she's
Yeah,
not.
Odella didn't say anything, so
Oh,
like,
okay.
if she did know, she'd be like, I definitely think instead of being in this place with like demon statues, we should totally go where there's cute little animals.
That are attacking each other.
I see.
There's
there is-
probably a misunderstanding.
There
So you're gonna negotiate a stand down.
I
There-
speak with animals all the time for a reason.
There is a door that leads off of there. Let's see. Okay. Yeah.
This place is real lame about their security, but they do keep their nice documents somewhat hidden.
Go figure on that.
So let's go through the north door, or do you want to go back and do the left door? Let's go through the north door.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me just see what's in this room. Okay. You do hear voices in this room.
Female or male?
Hard to say.
Ooh, possibly both. Okay, then I think we should go back and go see about the left door, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. You don't hear anything in this room, and as you peer into this room here, this room is stacked with blankets, sheets, linens, fancy animal furs, tablecloths, banners, rolled up rugs. This is clearly the linen closet, and there are a lot of high-end linens here.
Okay, and then north door, same thing, muffled voices.
No.
sure.
Nope, because this just leads to a hallway.
Oh.
And you do not see a means beyond this hallway. Because you heard voices in the large room over up to the north there, and then you heard voices through the other room. So that's just
Okay,
kind of what
wanna-
you're looking at.
Try to sneak upstairs then.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is all you. This is your domain.
Okay. We'll sneak upstairs.
Okay, let me
But
jump-
not look like we're sneaking, but sneaking.
Sure. Alright. So let's get you guys some reveal here. So you guys are gonna go up the stairs. So let's put you guys on that map. Oh, right. I should jump over to the player map so that the chat can see what we're talking about. So, that you guys are basically coming up the stairs onto the second floor. Let's get to the second floor. So, you see that there are, as you ascend to the top of the stairs, I will just basically give you guys, there is a somewhat similar layout in that you see all these doors leading off.
Okay, is this like a room here, or is it like you can look down
Sorry.
into the foyer area?
Yeah, basically you're yeah, it's just sort of looking down. You come up the stairs and then around, and there is the hallways. So you basically have the two long hallways, and then there's the one connecting one at the south. Oh, that I didn't reveal that. That connects like that.
Okay, well let's go right first, since left is where that woman and the other women were.
Okay, which door on the right?
The southmost.
Sure. Okay. southmost. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you don't hear anything.
Okay, go in there.
Okay. This room.
Ooh.
An enormous bed is covered in soft burgundy bedspread. Fire crackles in the fireplace, lending the room warmth and an atmosphere of comfort. You get the feeling, based on the size and the furnishings in here, this is probably the headmistress's bedroom.
Any document.
Oh man, you guys are heavy on the documents. You do see that there is a locked chest in the room. Let's see here. That doesn't make any sense because that is just not good. Good job on the words here in the book. So okay. So yes, you do see a document. I think maybe, or maybe not. Let me find it here. Where are you, document?
Give us the document.
I don't know if there actually is a document. I'm trying to see.
Oh man.
Let's see. Ah, yes. Okay. You see. Okay, you recognize this, Odella. It is a short document. And you recognize that this is a Harper-coded message. And first thing that you see, it says redacted, and there's redactions through several things. And then it's a bunch of redactions, and then it says "to Waterdeep," period. Cultist activity in Parnast, period. Flying creatures, then there's a redaction. Not native Peritons, then a redaction. In vicinity of girls' school. Be advised, my position is compromised. Stop. And then it's all redactions after that.
Do you know what it means?
Well, you can definitely tell that this was clearly a Harper message that had been, at least to a point, decoded and is present here in this room.
I feel like I should have written that down, but I was too busy trying to listen. Is it handwritten or?
No, we'll make it in like a traditional spy way, like it's in type, right, with like black lines.
I
Like
know that's
if
stupid, but I don't think that it's like out of like the for them to have like a code machine or something.
Yeah,
like,
it
magical, like
it in every it looks to you like a Harper message would, right?
Okay.
Like how it would become in your typical, like, what you would imagine in your like old spy microfiche typed out in a typewriter document with black redactions.
Okay, I was just trying to see if I like could figure out what Harper it came from, like some weird off chance.
You also see in another document that seemingly you see next to it is an envelope with a wax seal. It has not been sealed yet, but there is a eloquently written piece of paper folded up inside an envelope that just has yet to be sealed.
Well, I want to take a look at it.
Okay, in a flowing feminine handwriting, you see it says, "My dearest friends, I hope this missive reaches you in Waterdeep. A little bird told me you'd been seen there, in the council chambers of the Lord's Alliance of all things. You are associating with powerful people. How grand for you. Do be careful. If I can find you, so can our other friends. Speaking of our friends in purple, they were much distressed to learn that B has taken Skyreach Castle back to his people. They were also quite perturbed that their Thayan associates cannot be found. I think they blame you. Our mutual friend, F, has been a most enjoyable guest. Such a sweet young woman, so tender-hearted. She deeply grieved upon learning what happened with R. I can assure you. We all respond to news of our loved ones differently. I lost my place here. F continues her studies in draconic lore, learning that there is now a vacancy among the leadership only intensifies her interest. I made sure she is supplied well with scholarly works, especially those on black dragons. We both grow anxious for news from you. I hope you are pursuing V with all diligence. My interest in the white mask has only intensified. Let's see. I lost my place again. Yeah, and then please make haste. Cordially yours, Talus.
Okay, the letters that were in the document, what were they again?
In this one that I just read? B, F, R, and V.
Okay. And R was the one who met an untimely...
Potentially.
Something sad happened about
Something
R?
sad, yes. Or at least something to do with we all respond to news of our loved ones differently.
Did we kill Rasmir?
Mm-mm.
Did we? We didn't. Okay. I'm just
You
trying to
saw Resmir in a couple of scenarios.
Okay.
But you haven't seen Resmir since Baldur's Gate.
Right. But I'm generally getting the idea that that one missive was intercepted by these people, then they're not necessarily Harpers.
Potentially, yes.
But there may be a Harper somewhere nearby who's in trouble.
Potentially. Again, you know that the Harpers are, being a Harper agent, quite secretive. It's also not unheard of for them to plant false trails if they think they're going to, or have false documentation if they think they're going to get caught, to throw people off the trail. Clearly, whoever has this at least has some knowledge of code to be able to crack whatever was there, and then also knows to write in code.
Right. I'm assuming the note back sounds like it's a little bit like taunting, or...
Yeah, I mean, it's all in, code, so it's hard to say.
Okay. I'll share it with Mir so she can take a look at it, since I assume she knows how to read Harper missives.
Yep. Again, there's a lot of redactions, but for the most part, yeah, it says that there's what do we have here? Cultist activity in Parnast, flying creatures, not native Peritons in vicinity of girls' school. Be advised, my position is compromised.
What's a Periton?
It is... You guys fought them once before. They're the weird stag-headed eagle creatures. Looks like... You guys... maybe that was before you joined? I forget. It was like right around there. They look like...
Yeah, I still have bits of those guys.
Yeah, looks like that.
So those are the flying baddies that are over.
Yes. they have an unnatural hunger. They like to like rip the hearts out of humanoids and eat them.
Don't we all?
They roost in the mountains and things, typically.
Okay. Is there like another piece of paper like nearby?
Sure.
Can I grab a piece of paper, make some notes so I can remember this
Sure.
note, and then put it in a bag?
You also do see, I will say this too, and I can give you guys these. There is a couple of like stacks of like basically news, for all intents and purposes, newspaper articles from Waterdeep.
Mhm.
And I will give you guys the actual newspaper articles because there's a couple from over time. But it seems like the clippings that are relevant have to deal with things circling around Lord Neverember of Neverwinter. Things about, Killer on the Loose and the Lord's Alliance and Disarray and stuff, and I actually have the newspaper articles, and I'll get them to you guys. I don't have them. I just have them in a PDF right now, so I'll get them to you, so you guys can go ahead and comb through them if you want. But you can basically get those.
Okay.
There are three articles.
Okay.
And they seem to be, older and getting more recent.
I think we should move on. I just wanted to quickly jot down some notes.
Sure.
I'm not taking the 2 things, by the way. I'll leave them where I found them.
Okay. So where would you guys like to go next? I'm guessing back out of this room?
Yeah. It doesn't look like there's anywhere else to go in here.
Okay. So, you're back out into the hallway. Where would you like to go? Also, Light, thank you so much for giving me the idea to open up 2 tabs. Looks so much better on stream.
Next door up.
Okay. So, you guys listen and you hear sounds like a female inside.
Okay, move on to the next door.
Same thing.
Okay, so these are probably maybe your rooms.
Maybe.
I'm guessing.
Mhm.
Okay, next door up.
Okay, you do not hear anything in this room. Coming from this room. Do you go in?
Take a look.
Okay. So, 3 open windows let in light and air. The room is adorned yet again with more animal heads. Stuffed animal heads, including a 14-point stag, a mountain goat, a bear, 2 winter wolves, and what can only be an Ankeg's head. So this is a large, chitinous, mandibled lobster-type creature. Big old nasty mandibles. 2 tattered banners hang from the ceiling, and 2 leather chairs and a handful of braziers complement the comfortable parlor.
Okay, so I don't see anything particularly interesting other than animal heads.
Pretty much, yeah. You can make me an investigation check. Oh shit. Okay. As you look around the room, you notice that there is a secret door in between 2 of these in the wooden panels in the wall.
Which way does it go? Left?
To the left, yeah.
Do I hear anything on the other side of that secret door?
You do not.
Does it seem like the secret door is locked?
It seems like you could open it from this side now that you're aware that it's here.
Okay, I will open it. Ooh, look at that.
Okay.
Big ol' S for secret.
Yeah, that's why I had to hide that part of the door there.
And there's documents in there.
Yeah, it's where they keep all their documents.
It's the You guys found the document room. So a roaring fireplace churns out heat and light at one end of this spacious 30-foot high chamber, the ceiling of which is buttressed by 10 wooden pillars carved as dragons. 5 large tapestries hang on all the walls, 2 on the west wall flanking a door, 2 on the east wall hanging side by side, and a particularly grand one dominating the south wall next to the fireplace. These tapestries, you see, there is also a balcony, right, that kind of looks out here. So 4 of the 5 tapestries show dragons hunting, killing, and feasting on other creatures. Blue dragons attacking a desert caravan, elves succumbing to a green dragon's gaseous breath weapon, a red dragon burning down what might be a castle or something, and a black and white dragon circling over a cold swamp dotted with ruins. Light, you know that each one of these is probably worth 500 gold to the right buyer, but they are each 75 pounds. The 5th tapestry shows Tiamat, queen of evil dragons in all her glory, crowned in gold and silver and worked with gemstones and gold and silver thread. Fully 35 feet wide and 20 feet tall, it shows Tiamat crushing cities and surrounded by adoring followers. This tapestry weighs about 200 pounds and is worth about 2,500 gold pieces. You get the feeling that if you were to just remove the gemstones that are inlaid in it, the gemstones will equal about 800 gold pieces. And then anybody observing these can make me a history check.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Yeah. Well, those are some tapestries. Yep, definitely tapestries.
Oh, even mine?
Yeah, even yours. The DC's even higher.
Wow.
Let's see.
Man, I just want to fly right out of that balcony and never go back.
Yep. Bye, guys.
As well.
Me and Roswin are flying away. Bye.
Bye.
So, what would you like to do?
Just keep going. How
Go
long
for it.
has it been? How long have we been sneaking around here?
We'll say like 20 minutes.
Okay. God damn it.
And you still got 40 minutes left on your disguise.
I know, but I'm worried that they're gonna want to talk for a long time. Okay.
I'm afraid to even talk to them now.
Yeah. Okay, let's go through that door into the hallway.
Straight across?
Yep.
Okay, that... you do not hear anything in there. And you peer inside. And a gaping hole in the roof exposes all of the armory here to the elements. Very few weapons are stored here at present. Shelves to the north lie mostly bare, and a poorly maintained weapon rack standing against the south wall holds 3 rusty spears and a frayed net. Nearby is a closed cabinet.
What's in the cabinet?
The cabinet is unlocked and contains 2 heavy crossbows and 2 longbows. Searching through the weapon rack, you find a longsword, 20 crossbow bolts, a box of 10 arrows, 3 spears, and a net. And one of the rusty spears is decorated with inlaid mithril, which is worth about 50 gold pieces. Another has engraved in the head and along the thing. It is engraved, Dragon Gleam is engraved in the spear itself. And on the crossguard is something written in Draconic, which you all speak. And it says, Tiamat's eyes shine.
Oh, this seems fun. Like I said, let's just leave Saphir until we figure out what's going on.
I would say like the whole entire time, just Lux's eyes just in and out, golden or color. She wants to do something, but she won't.
Okay.
Okay. To the next room, I assume.
Do the stairs go up?
Those stairs. Let's find out. No, those stairs go down.
Okay. From looking at the outside, do I think that there's a third story to this house?
You do not.
Okay.
There's a roof. This basically goes down into that one room you assume that you heard into before, heard 4 male voices, and decided to not go into it.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to know if there was like, if I think that there's a third story, like if I'm looking for stairs up, or if this is it at this point.
Nah, it does not appear to have that going on. Okay, next room.
Yep.
Okay, you don't hear anything in this room either. And if you thought the other bath was grand, this one even grander.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a whole big old bathroom.
I kinda
Multiple
wanna
tubs.
Leave, but I kind of want to live here.
I know. Can we just take over this place and open up our bath and pie shop here?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying yes to that question.
Okay.
The secret room is for Lux's secret.
We'll take all the scary dragon stuff down. We'll paint it nice dragon colors.
No lingerie.
Okay. I guess
One last
anything
room.
interesting in the bath?
No. A lot of fancy soaps.
But no pie, huh?
No pie. You didn't find the kitchen yet.
Well, I assume that's where the boys are at. Boys
Yeah,
are
that's where
always...
the help is. It seems like the boys would be the help in this
Yeah.
situation. All these tough ladies.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, as we're in the bath, I'm going to be like, we know that there's going to be people in the rooms coming up. Are we going to keep up the ruse, or at this point, are we just going to attack?
Well, I think Tiamat is really mean, and I've never met somebody who worshipped her that I liked and who didn't want to hurt other people. So I'm kind of just for, I don't even want to talk to them. I just want to surprise them and see if we get the jump on them.
Okay. I just needed to know that before we moved on.
I mean, do we all agree? Do we want to just kill these guys?
I
I agree.
High-five her.
Okay. So where do you guys go now? Next room?
I was muted.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, you sure were. What you want to say?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, during those rooms, watching all these things, Lux's eyes keep the gold keeps coming in and out. So yeah, she's ready.
Okay.
Whatever.
So we'll just check the next room down just in case,
Okay.
if there's anybody in there.
There's not. This seems to be the chamber. It seems to be a little bit nicer than the other rooms that you saw. Basically, you get the feeling just from what you had observed that this is probably the room of the guards that you saw in her room that she was sort of addressing.
Mm-hmm.
This seems to be shutters are open, allowing light to shine in. There are 4 unmade beds. Other furnishings include a table, 4 chairs, and a wine rack containing a multitude of bottles, most of them uncorked and empty.
Wow, these people are winos.
At least the guards are, anyway.
Anyone say rose?
Yeah, your keen rosé sense pick up that there is most of these bottles are rosé.
Maybe we should not hurt the help. They seem like good people. I really believe them.
These rooms, each of the squares for once, they're 5 feet. So,
wow, okay.
They give you an idea of the size of these rooms. So these are about. This is like a 20 by 15. This room.
So this last room, do we hear people on the other side?
Yes, you hear. The woman who you assume to be in charge making comments about posture and how to hold oneself and things of that nature.
Okay. I'm gonna say I'm gonna maybe toss a little fireball in there. And then I say that you guys should spring on them. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, before we go in, though, I do want to summon 2 dire wolves again. So that we have backup.
Also, can Mir real quick sneak downstairs and maybe lock the front door? Is that a thing that can happen?
I don't know, can I?
I mean, if you want to, you can. You know for a fact that there are at least 2 windows to this room. Because you saw in it, so you know there's other ways out. Yeah, with a 30,
Pretty
sure.
stealthy.
Don't necessarily want to be set upon by a bunch of guard drakes all of a sudden. I know there's a back door, but you can stop them a little bit.
Sure.
My plan, hopefully.
Sure.
Okay.
So,
You know,
When she gets back,
this dust.
crack open that door and fireball in
Okay.
the middle of the room.
go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Oh god. Can I use my crit?
You can if you want.
I would like to.
Okay, so that is, what's your stealth bonus normally?
+2.
Okay, so 22.
Does the pass without trace still count or no?
No, because she just summoned 2 dire wolves, so pass without trace
Okay.
dropped. Oh, well, she didn't roll very well. How about her 3 cronies? Oh. Book. Let me get the other book here real quick, just so I can see if anybody notices your door cracking. Oh, yes, somebody does. Okay, let's see what do they have anything funky? Oh, sorry. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna need everybody to roll for initiative then.
Yay!
Let's get the initiative tracker up here.
Oh, I forgot to select me.
Whoops, sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot to select me too. Whoops.
We suck.
Okay.
I remember.
Thank you.
I got the same, so it didn't matter.
Della got a 16.
I did it twice. Fuck.
That's okay. I can fix it. Roswin got a 17.
Well, look at you got the same too.
Jesus,
What's the
25. All right, so Adela got a 16. Lux got a 7. Rosman got a 17, right?
Yep.
And then,
I have 2 natural 20s. Save that for later, girl.
seriously, what are you doing? All right, so we have what is that? A 8. And then we gotta add bad guys too. Or bad guys. And that is okay. Oh yeah, descending. All right, so up first is actually Mir.
Okay. Wait, so she throw it in?
She didn't. She didn't get a chance to because they were aware. So we're gonna call this. This is an initiative now. So you being, I guess, a stealthy roguish type, you were quicker on the drop. So you get to go first. You choose what you want to do.
Do I have stealth?
As far as you know, yeah. The door got cracked. So yeah, it's up to you.
So, okay. And where are they?
They are all in, this final room that I didn't reveal. They're in here. There's this table. They're on the kind of the opposite side of the table in that bottom left-hand room, basically by those 3 chairs, and she is sort of walking She's on the other side of them.
Okay. I want to attempt a backstab.
Okay. So it'll be it'll be a regular. You can move in and attack. It won't be sneak attack unless you have an ally in there, which you don't currently. Although you could activate your flying sword, which would give you an ally if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So who are you going for? There are the three girls in the chainmail, and then the other girl in the blue or in the white scale mail. Do I have a picture of what she looks like? I might. I guess I never put her picture in. Oh, I did. So go ahead and there you go. You can have a nice picture of what she looks like there.
Hey.
Oh, farmer.
I want to attack the one in the scale mail.
Okay. So you activate your flying sword. So then it moves in next to her. So that is a 17. And that actually misses. The sword misses. So it is still there, though. So if you would like to make a sneak attack, you are more than welcome to.
With my offhand?
With your regular hand, because the sword is its own entity. So you can go ahead and... but yeah, 25 is definitely going to hit. So go ahead and roll your damage. So that is sneak attack now. So... Okay. An opening move for 20 points of damage. And then are you going to stay there, or were you going to move, or what was your plan?
I'm going to go back.
If you do, you will provoke attacks of opportunity from them.
Do you have a bonus action or no?
She used it to activate the sword.
Oh. Nope. Okay, I'll just stay there.
Okay. Roswin.
Okay.
Oh, I guess there can be music. I guess.
Music.
I saw it, but I don't want to say it. I feel like this is one that is copyrighted. No,
I'm going to
let's try this one.
kind of try to get in, but like on the edge.
Okay.
So I'm not like in the realm of fire where they are.
Sure.
With my pups, and I'm gonna produce flame one of them.
Okay.
Whichever one's closest to me, I guess.
Sure. So go ahead and do your 24. That does hit.
6.
6 points of fire damage.
Yeah, take that.
All right, they take it, but they're like, we don't like that.
Yeah, you didn't.
All right.
And then I'm gonna have my puppies hold their action until after Odella goes.
Okay. So, speaking of Odella, it is your turn.
Okay, so mirrors in the room.
Correct. Yes.
And are the direwolves and everybody else is outside the room with me?
Correct.
Okay. I don't think I want a fireball. It's near.
She also does not have evasion yet, so
Yeah.
Can you like everybody but her? Like by...
No, I don't have like sculpt spell. I'm not like a wizard or anything like that.
yeah, no, unfortunately.
And fireball's like 60 feet, so
Yeah, no,
that part of the wall.
that'll pretty much get the whole room
yeah.
to get her because of where she is positioned.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is bonus action cast Dragon Breath on both the direwolves.
Okay.
So they get, as an action, they can
Breathe.
breathe fire.
Breathe fire. Okay.
Is it fire? Or...
It's your choice of element.
Oh.
Fire, lightning, acid.
What did they have? They had green dragons outside.
They had green. Yeah. The drakes were green.
Let's just do fire. Let's be like classy.
Classy fire, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fire dire wolves.
Okay.
So yeah, they get a 15-foot cone of fire that they can fire breathe on people.
Okay.
Anything else?
I'll cast it at second level. I was going to cast it at a higher level, but that's it. Okay, so spell rules for when you have a bonus action spell. Can I do another spell that's an action or no?
Only a cantrip.
Okay. What do I got? Most ones are interesting. No.
This music's pretty good. I'm a fan of this music.
I can't hear it.
Really?
Hold on, maybe I have my.
Oh, I hear it. It's rocking.
All right, so that's good. My issue is I need to sort of balance out the audio because your guys' volume is the same track in OBS as the music.
Okay. As my action, then I will cast Toll the Dead on the one that Mir hit.
Okay. So she's got to make a what kind of saving throw?
A Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Ooh. What's your DC?
It is 16.
She fails.
It says charisma, but that's not right because
That's
it's wisdom.
It's fine. Her save is exactly the
Yeah,
same
that's
for
wisdom.
both anyway. So
So that's 15.
okay, yeah, 15
Points
points of
damage.
necrotic damage. Yeah, no, that's good. Cool. All right, so it's technically your turn, your wolves' turn now, Roswin. If you want them to go.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking blow fire on all the ladies, obviously. They're like, we're hellhounds now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
All right, so just as much coverage as possible. Try to get them. Can I get them all? 15-foot cones.
You could, but depending on you kind of run the risk because Mir is next to them, and they're like, so you wouldn't be able to get all of them because of the way she's set up. So you could get like the main chick and her, like one of the guys or two of the guys. That makes sense.
It doesn't make sense. I can get one or two of them, so I can get two of them and the main chick.
You can get one of them and the main chick or two of them and not the main chick because there are three in front, then her, and then Mir in a 15-foot cone, depending on how you angle it. I'm just going to say. So you can choose to get the main person and one other one
I'll
or
get
the other
main
two.
person and one other girl.
Okay, with both of them or only one?
With both. Well,
Okay.
that's what I was trying to say. Is if I have.
Oh, I see. You
the
could
other,
you could get all of them with 2 breath weapons.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
Okay. Okay. And the DC is what your DC was, right, Laura?
Isn't it? Just.
I think so.
We're gonna make it. Yeah, it's her dex
16.
save. So it's a 16. Okay. So only one of them passes. So go ahead and roll 3d6. Katie.
Okay. Where did my dice go?
Okay.
12,
And then roll another one.
10.
Yeah. I mean, okay, that works. So this person had another.
It lasts for a minute, so they
Okay.
can keep doing it if they want, or they can do their other attack. I don't know which is more damage. I just thought that fire breath would probably get more damage for them.
Oh, my
Okay.
boys love it.
So that is the end of your guys' turn. So now it's her turn. She looks at you all, and in, dying, well, not, she's pretty badly beat up. She looks at all of you and says, "Wow! You guys are a bunch of assholes. You just come into my finishing school and attack me. I was going to offer you room, board, a place to stay, and a ton of information against all of my enemies in the cult of the dragon. But you guys just come in and fuck this all up, so fuck all you. Fuck all y'all." And she pulls out that wand and a big old...
Lizard folk.
And a big old blast of icy energy just comes barreling out of her. So let's see what this thing can actually do.
Well, we all agreed to fight him this time. But...
We're
Let it
feeling
be
it.
known.
So I'm gonna need everybody except for Mir to make me some saving throws.
Wait, are we in the doorway though?
Yeah, she's casting it out the doorway though. She's not.
Outdoor.
Yeah,
So
this.
some of us have cover.
Yes, but it won't matter because it's not a dexterity saving throw. And it's an AoE thing, so... And it's not Cone of Cold. So, it is a dexterity saving throw, but she's casting the center of it out in the hallway where you guys are, because most of you guys stayed out in the hallway, except
I
for
actually
Mir.
did say that I went inside to the edge of the room, so that I
Okay,
was
so
out
like
the-
in the... So you're in... Are you in the doorway, or...
No, I'm in the room. I said I went to the edge because I wanted to be in there, but like not in the center if she cast fireball.
I see. So, okay. So then that's fine. This is, to get not her allies.
Can I counterspell a wand? Or no?
Let's see here. You can attempt to counterspell it because it is casting a spell. So you can attempt to do so.
I will attempt to counterspell it, because I don't want to get hit by anything.
Sure. So go ahead and make me a charisma check.
Do I just roll charisma?
Yep. Oh no.
Damn it.
So mark yourself off a 3rd level slot. As you tried to counterspell, and it did not go off. So I will just need Lux and Odella then to make this save. As you guys see in the hallway where you guys are, a 40-foot cylinder appears out in the hallway by you guys. So actually, it is a dexterity saving throw. So I need you both to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
So can I have a reaction and go into a rage?
Sure. Why not? So a 7, and then I need your dex save as well, Lux.
Even
Oh
though I'm
no!
bothered. with
All right.
this.
So let's see. You will take 13 points. Lux, this will be actually cut in half, so you only take 7 bludgeoning from this as an ice storm forms there. So Deli, you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. You take 7 points, Lux, and then you will also take some other damage here. You will also take Odella 17 points of cold damage, and then Lux, you're not resistant to cold, so 17 points of cold damage. And I need Odella to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw to keep up her.
Wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Are you
And what
an
was mine?
advantage on saving throws because of Pygot?
Sure. Sorry. Light, yours was 17 points of cold and then cut in half 7, so 24 total points to Lux.
Oh, God, still sucks. Never mind. Okay.
So
I tried.
So Odella takes 30 points of damage total.
Right.
And then I need you to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw for your Dragon Breath. Okay, so you do manage to keep up concentration on your Dragon's Breath. So that stays up.
Oh, you said a total of 24?
Yes, 24 points for you. And then... So that was just from her wand. So then, that was her action. As a bonus action, since she hasn't cast a spell, she is going to... let's throw 1, 5, 8. She's going to heal herself and the other 3 people all up 8 hit points from her mass healing word. Now it's her ally's turn. And let's see. So, there are 3 of them. One's gonna attack Mir because she's right here, next to them. So, let's see here. So, Mir, first attack against you is 12, so that's gonna miss. Then it's gonna make, Jesus, a 10, and then one final attack is a 13. God, she was not with it today.
No.
That one. One is going to on the side closest, or I guess, yeah, one's gonna move to let's see, an advantage. Okay. Oh, let's see. The dire wolves are there too. How is this gonna work? Charmed or frightened. That doesn't come into effect. So, I guess one of them is gonna attack the dire wolf. Or actually, the dire wolves, they didn't move all the way up. They, or did they? With their breath weapons?
No.
They would have been at the whatever would have been the distance to use it, correct?
Yep, you got it.
Okay. So the setup. Yeah, basically these guys can't move away without provoking at least an attack of opportunity from Mir. So one is going to do that and move towards you, Roswin, and the other one's just going to attempt to attack Mir because his buddy or her buddy was just awful. Oh, hey, there we go. We got a crit on Mir, so let's pull a card here. Slashing. Alright, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, Mir.
Oh, sorry. That was
That's okay.
the wrong thing.
Damage is... Okay. You feel as she swung at your hand, she was trying to cut your hand to disarm you, but you managed to maintain a grip on your weapon. You are going to take 13 points of slashing damage, and then she will slash one final time with her short sword for a 20. Does a 20 hit your armor class, Mir?
Oh, I'm sure. Hold on. Wait, don't I have a reaction for this?
Yeah, you could take half damage if you want with Uncanny Dodge to that last one. So that would be 7 points as opposed to 13.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay, and then this one you will take 9 points. You can only Uncanny Dodge once a turn, so then 9 points from the next swing.
Wait, sorry, 7 plus 9.
Yeah, so a total of 16. And then Roswin, one is coming to you. Let's see how we do. Does a 19 hit?
That just hits.
Okay, so first up is 11 points with the longsword, followed by a 19 just hits. So followed by another 5 points with a longsword, and then a final swing with a short sword. Is a natural 20. Okay, so this one just does regular damage, so he's gonna deal 4 points to you, but he sort of slashes you in like the under part of your arm. So your melee attacks for the next 2 rounds only deal half damage.
Joke's on you.
As he weakeningly
I never
slashed you.
melee.
All right. Oh, I should point out that in the hallway by you, Lux and Odella, the hailstones from the ice storm that hit the floor, it is difficult terrain until the end of your next turn. Just so you're aware.
Okay.
Just so for movement purposes. But you guys the room's not that big, so you can pretty much make it to them anyway. So Lux, it is your turn.
Cool.
You are raging. You took damage. Your rage is still up, and you can make it to at least one of them, even with the difficult terrain, because you have 40 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can make it to her.
You can make it. You could make it to one of the lackeys, not to her, just because of the way things. I know that that's not set up on the map, but just because of the difficult terrain and going around the table. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, you could, because 2 of them moved. 2 of them attacked Mir, so there are 2 of those guys. Yeah.
So did she like legit say to us that she was gonna share all this information with us, though?
And doesn't even know us.
Yeah. Because I forgot that you were disguised, so there you go. Have a freebie. That's what she says out loud to you guys. But yeah, that's what she said. I mean, I said it, so I'm not gonna take it back because I said it.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right. I forgot. She wouldn't have said that because you guys are all disguised. So.
I was like hoping that maybe we could like jump out the window and then come back at us and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Well, I guess either way, we can go ahead and redact that, the fact that she didn't say that, but now she's still fighting you guys. So
It's too late. She said it because that's in my head. So
it doesn't matter. She may or may not make it out of here. So we'll see what happens. Anyway.
okay. So I can reach from the guys.
Yes, they are. One of them basically got healed up to full from her healing spell, and then the other one has a little bit of damage on it. The one that has the most damage was the one that moved to Roswin.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to move to him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to swing.
Go ahead.
Reckless.
Sure, at advantage. Go ahead. Oof. 10 unfortunately misses.
Wow.
That is rough.
Oh! I think it's the wrong one I did.
Yeah,
I didn't do my rage was...
Well, the rage would only add to the damage anyway. But either way, a 15 still misses.
Wow.
So, damn, man. You know, you've been like, I think you've been riding high on these super high rolls for like the campaign. So now it's just like, all right. So did you want to do anything else? I believe you still have your bonus action because you reaction rage. I don't know if you wanted to do anything else.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put the woman in a web.
Okay. Sure. If that's a bonus action, why not?
It is. You can use a bonus action to launch a thin, sticky. Yeah, string.
Oh,
web.
that is not so much for using the web spell. That is more for Spider-Maning.
Well, I don't care.
Well, you still do it. You hit her with this web. It
Yeah.
doesn't really do it. I mean, it looks cool, but it's not like it's not like putting her in the web spell, but it still looks cool.
Oh, okay.
You
Never
whip
mind.
at her if you want. I mean, you can, right? Why not? Okay. Then it will go back around to the top. So, Mir, it is your turn. You are basically right up in there.
You said me?
Yep.
Okay.
You have two guys on you, and the main lady is next to you as well.
I want to.
And and you have your sword as well. So
Wait, so
yeah.
the one that I hit, were they healed?
She was healed, not a ton, but she was healed some. Yeah.
Okay, I want to hit that one again.
Sure. Go ahead, and your sword is still there, so you still have sneak attack.
Okay, I'll use that one.
Sure. A 10 is going to miss with a dancing sword, but you still have your main attack.
Okay.
A 13 is also going to miss. So that is your action and your bonus action. Whiff, whiff.
All right.
All right, then Roswin, you still have your two. Oh, you didn't take any? Oh, you did take damage, didn't you, Roswin?
I did take damage.
So you took what?
I took.
You took. All right. So I need you to make me. Did each one hit? No, it was a 14, a 14, and then a natural 20. Yeah. So I need you to actually make 3 Constitution saving throws. The DC is only 10. For your wolves. Ooh, second one, your wolves go down from when you got hit. So your
Okay.
wolves dissipate, as does your concentration on the dragon's breath, Odella. That also goes down. Because the dragon's breath is
it's
on.
not there.
There's
Yeah.
nothing for it to be on.
Right.
Uh,
I was like, wait, what? I didn't do anything.
So, Rosalind, it is your turn now. And you have a guy in your face. What would you like to do?
I'm going to say, wait, stop! Why are we fighting? I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you guys were on our team, and I feel dumb. And I just want to can we just start over? I'll heal you guys. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. And I'm gonna hold my action if one of them attacks to cast a spell on them.
Make me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Wait, but I still have. Oh, I'm disguised. Never mind. Well,
Yeah.
we said we kind of weren't. I don't know, because I still have the war paint that I put in hearts on my cheeks.
Right. But I'm gonna say the disguise is going to probably prevent that.
Oh, I didn't know if they were still keeping the disguises since we decided that.
We come into a weird conundrum, as you pointed out. You were disguised, so she should not have said anything to you in the first place.
Okay, well, I'll just roll my persuasion and
Go ahead and roll your
You know what?
persuasion.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take my 20.
Okay, you're gonna use your crit
Yeah.
to persuade them. Sure. So that's in a place of a roll, so that's fine.
Bless you.
Whoa, hello.
Bless you.
Wake
Sorry.
up.
I don't normally hear my sneezes because I'm usually muted, so I'm sorry.
Okay. You see that, I mean, technically it would still be at disadvantage, but I will allow it to be used in such a way. There's questioning looks on all of their faces. They did get hit by a pretty nasty barrage, so we'll see what happens. It's not their turn yet.
You guys should really redecorate.
Odella, it is your turn.
I'll try to strengthen the standoff maybe here and be like, I don't have anything in my hands, so just kind of like raise my hands because I don't know what else to do and be like, listen, maybe we can still come to some sort of agreement. We didn't realize that maybe you have an agenda here that we can aid you with that will also aid us. I think that maybe we should just cool down and let it go. And
There's too many Frozen references.
I know. I was thinking it. I'm glad you said it.
she's a cold person. I thought it would speak to her.
You know, Talus's favorite movie, Frozen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If I need to hum a few notes of a great ballad I once heard, then I will do it.
You can go ahead and make me just a straight up persuasion check.
Okay. Does fate die get me to like?
It gets you advantage, yeah.
Okay, I want to do that then. I have
Sure.
2 of those. I'm gonna use one.
Sure.
And persuasion, you said?
Yes.
Oh, God.
16. Man, those are roll with plus 11. Oof.
I know.
I know, right?
All right.
So I was like, oh God.
So it is now her turn, and she's going to think hard about this scenario. Back to. She, let's see. She looks at all of you, and sort of like taps her wand, you know, like in her hand, and says, well, an all-out assault is not a very great opening negotiation technique. Those are the kinds of things I teach here at my finishing school. As she looks at all of you, and she looks to her 3 ladies who all have their swords drawn, and she says, at ease, ladies. And you see that the 2 by Mir put theirs away, and the 1 by Roswin is real hesitant to do it, but she does. She's not pleased. She's not pleased about it. And she says, fine. Know that our relationship may be a bit strained, but perhaps, again, as I mentioned, we may be able to cooperate, and I may be able to provide you information that may be of use to you. So, let us negotiate. And she kind of relaxes her wand arm. And if you so choose to leave initiative, they will also leave initiative.
I so choose. Because I'm worried that I'm going to get destroyed.
That was a pretty hefty hit for you
I
right
don't
out
want
the
to get
gate.
my little
Yeah.
named anymore.
I look a little bit chilled.
Chill out.
I give you my scarf that makes you warm.
So basically, they will not do
My
anything.
flaily arm scarf bats it away. And it's like, no, I'm the only scarf that gets
It talks?
Yep.
Only to Odell. Lux, it does technically, if we do stay in initiative, it does fall to you next if you choose to do something. If you want to just drop out of initiative to go into negotiation mode, we could do that, but I will leave it up to you. I don't want to take the opportunity away from you if you want to go try to fuck some shit up.
Yeah, Lux will do the same thing. Kind of like, look, as she all golden scaled out, and she will put her sword away.
Okay. So, let's go to some not battle music here. We have some negotiation music.
Can
know.
Can we maybe pause here until next time?
Sure.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
we can absolutely do that. So all right,
Not that I
guys,
don't want to continue because I love negotiations, but
that's fine.
It's late.
Sure. All right, everyone. We're gonna call it here. We will be back in 2 weeks' time, so that will be on the 5th of February, which will be the day before my brand new homebrew campaign launches. So
I can't wait for that.
secrets.
it's also the day before my son's first birthday. So how about that? I'll be a dad for a year on the 6th. So that's crazy.
You're
That
so
is
old,
crazy.
Ted.
I know. Whoa. Well, dad for a year. It's weird now that I can reference things in relation to that.
That is weird. You're right. That's the weirdest part of all of this.
It
And you
is.
still can play D&D.
It hasn't stopped me yet.
Really interfere.
All thanks to the CBA, bless her.
Yes, Claire is amazing, and I do love my wife, and she's going away this weekend, so I'm trying to find other games to add in on Friday and Saturday because I have a problem.
Wild night in.
I know. Listen, I got
We all hope
invited
our
to
husbands do and we're not
I
allowed.
got invited to some other group that I'm gonna try. That was like a a critter themed D&D thing. So I'm gonna try to see if I can't shoehorn myself into a game this weekend. But anyway, thank you guys for everybody who came out for support. Be on the lookout tomorrow for the new giveaway with us and Polyhero Dice. If you guys didn't get a chance to get yourself some wizard dice, there's gonna be 4 sets available tomorrow, all included with their special little wizard hat as well.
I might
So
have to enter this one.
pretty cool stuff. We picked the 2 premier colors. We got 2 sets of each. Each comes with the wizard hat plus the main set. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. We're going to end it because I've been rambling for enough and these ladies have to go. So thank you so much. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks where we get to pick up with the negotiations with Talus of Talus's Ladies Finishing School and see what happens.
That goes so well.
Yes. Good night, everyone.
Good night.